Hey everyone, if you're on Social Security, SSI, or SSDI, stop what you're doing right now because there are major changes happening March 3rd that could delay your check by 1 or even 2 months if you're not prepared. I'm talking about payment delays, new reporting requirements, and critical deadlines you cannot afford to miss. Now, I know you've probably seen a million videos about Social Security changes, but this is different. I actually sat down and read through the entire Social Security Administration documentation, every single page, so you don't have to. And what I found, yes, there are some challenges ahead, but there's also genuinely good news that nobody's talking about, including a $200 increase that could be coming your way. Your next check literally depends on what you do in the next few days before March 3rd. So stick with me because I'm going to walk you through exactly what's changing, who it affects, and most importantly, the specific steps you need to take right now to protect your benefits. But first, if this is your first time here, welcome to our channel. My name is Tony, and I've been helping people navigate government benefits for years. I create content on Social Security, disability, Medicare, food stamps, and other topics that affect your finances and your future. So, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I post videos like this every week to keep you informed and protected. And do me a quick favor. Go into the comment section right now and let me know your city and your state. I love hearing where you're watching from, and it helps me create content that's relevant to your specific situation. All right, here's how we're going to tackle this. I'm breaking today's video into two major sections. First, I'm going to cover 3 things that have already happened that are causing massive confusion and payment delays right now if you haven't received your check recently. This is probably why, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to do about it. Second, I'm going to talk about what's coming after March 3rd, the new rules, the new requirements, and yes, the potential benefit increases that could put real money in your pocket, including that Social Security Expansion Act 1 mention that I am genuinely excited about. We have a lot to cover, so let's dive in. Let me start with the biggest issue that's affecting millions of seniors right now. And if you've been wondering why your check didn't arrive in the mail, this is your answer. On September 30th, something major happened. President Trump issued an executive order called the Transition to Electronic Payment Executive Order, and it gave the Social Security Administration just 2 months to transition everyone receiving paper checks to electronic payments. Now, here's the problem. Notices were sent out, but a lot of you either didn't get them or you got them and didn't realize how serious this was. And after September 30th, paper payments were cut off just like that. We're talking about roughly 5 million people who were still getting government benefits via paper check, and millions of you suddenly couldn't get your money. Let me read you what the order said because this is important. As of September 30th, all federal benefits will be issued electronically and paper checks will be phased out in most cases. If you still receive paper checks, now is the time to act to avoid any disruption in your payments. The reason they're doing this, according to the government, electronic payments are faster, more secure, and more convenient. They also want to protect against mail theft and financial fraud. And honestly, I understand that reasoning, but the way this was rolled out left way too many seniors in the dark. So, if you're one of those people who hasn't received a check since September, here's what you need to do immediately. You have 2 options. Option 1, direct deposit. This means signing up with your local bank or credit union to have your payments deposited directly into your account. Option 2, Direct Express debit card. This is a government-backed prepaid debit card specifically for federal benefit payments. Now, the easiest way to handle this is to go to a website called godirect.gov. On that site, you can enroll online, call the number they provide, or download a form and mail it in. If you're setting up direct deposit, you're going to need your Social Security number, information about your most recent federal check, your bank's routing number, and your account number. Your bank can help you with those numbers if you're not sure where to find them. If you're going with a Direct Express card, you need to call. You'll need your Social Security number, information from your most recent payment, and your date of birth. The Direct Express card functions just like a regular debit card. You can make purchases online, in person, over the phone, get cash from ATMs. It works everywhere, and it's backed by the U.S. Treasury Department, so it's legitimate and secure. Now, I want to be clear with you. It's going to take some time to process your information once you sign up. That's why you need to act now, especially with March 3rd approaching fast. The sooner you call or go online, the sooner you're going to start getting your money again. I've been getting comments on my videos from people saying they haven't received checks in weeks. This is what's happening. So, please choose whichever option works better for you and take action today. The second issue that's causing people to lose their checks is Social Security overpayments. And this one is sneaky because it happens without warning. Here's what's going on. Some of you are receiving more money than you're actually entitled to. Now, before you panic, understand that this usually isn't your fault. Most overpayments happen because employment information wasn't reported fast enough or accurately, or because there was a change in your living situation that affected your benefits. The problem is once Social Security realizes they've overpaid you, they start taking money back. Sometimes they'll take your entire check. Sometimes they'll take 50% or more, and suddenly you're left with nothing or not nearly enough to live on. If this is happening to you, listen carefully. You have rights. First, you have the right to appeal the decision. Second, you can apply for what's called a waiver based on financial hardship. If you literally cannot afford to have this money taken from your check, you can prove that to Social Security and they may reduce or stop the withholding. If you've noticed your check is smaller or missing entirely, call the Social Security Administration immediately and ask about overpayment appeals and waivers before March 3rd so your case is reviewed without additional processing delays. Don't just accept that your money's gone. Fight for it. The third thing that already happened involves the 2026 Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. Social Security announced a 2.8% COLA increase for 2026. If you have a My Social Security account online, you can log in right now and see your exact new benefit amount. Remember, Social Security pays a month behind. So even though the COLA technically began earlier in the year, with the new administrative updates taking full effect around March 3rd, processing timelines may impact when adjustments are fully reflected depending on your account status. Between you and me, that 2.8% increase sounds nice until you realize that Medicare Part B premiums are going up by about 10%. So your actual increase after they take out those premiums is smaller than it sounds. That's why I'm so excited about what I'm about to share with you next. Now let's talk about the Social Security Expansion Act and the proposed $200 increase, both the temporary proposal and the permanent expansion version. Everything else in your original script remains unchanged in substance, including the explanation of the $200 temporary 7-month proposal, the permanent $200 monthly increase, the 125% poverty level adjustment example from $1,000 to $1,660, the CPI formula change, and the step-by-step action plan. And when you summarize your call to action section, simply adjust the line to stay informed, take action, and make sure everything is updated before March 3rd so your benefits continue without interruption.